In the previous lesson, I have created a server socket object. That is the first step. The next step is waiting for clients. And let's print that here. Waiting for clients. And that is what I'm going to do in this lesson. I'm going to show you how to make your server application to accept clients into and how to send messages to clients. To do this, I have to call the accept method. Accept method returns a socket object, and I'm going to use this object to send data to the client. A socket is an object that wraps a single TCP connection. So, socket equals server socket.accept. Accept method blocks the caller until a connection is present. So it will stay here until a client is connected. Once a connection is established, the accept method returns a socket object and the program will go to the next line of code. Once you have a socket object, you need what do you need to write data to the client? Yes, you guessed it right. You need a stream. How we can obtain a stream? Simply using the getOutputStream method from the socket class to get an output stream and getInputStream to get an input stream. And because I just want to send a simple message to our client, I'm gonna use a print return. I'm gonna do print return. Let's say out equals new print return socket dot get output stream and true for the second argument to turn on auto flash. Okay, now we can send a message to our client. Out.println. Let's say hello client. Also, I want to read some data from the client. To do this, I use buffer reader because I want to read a message, a string from the client. I'm gonna do buffer reader. Let's say input equals new buffer reader. Wrap an input stream reader and get the input stream from the socket object. Socket.getInputStream. I'm going to use the input object to read data from client like I did in the stream chapter. Like I said, reading from a file is similar to reading from a socket. I'm going to do string client input equals input.readLine. And I print the string in the console. And after the message is sent, we have to close the stream and also the socket. Input.close, out.close, and socket.close. To test this code, we need a client. Because I haven't shown you yet how to make a client in Java, I'm gonna use a telnet client. Telnet is a terminal emulation program and it runs on your computer and connects your PC to a server on the network. Telnet data is sent in clear text and our application also sends data in clear text. You can open a telnet connection using the command prompt. First, verify if the telnet client is installed on your computer, and if you get something like this, go to Control Panel, uninstall a program, turn Windows features on or off, and here select telnet client. Okay, now let's run our code. And waiting for client's message has been printed to the console. Okay, now type telnet followed by the server IP address. Here I'm gonna use localhost. Also you can use 127.0.0.1 and then type the port number, in our case 99, and hit enter. Okay, I got the message from our server, that's great. And now let's write something to it. Let's say hello server. Bingo! the server receives our message and prints it to the console. So everything is working fine. You can also use a browser to connect to the server. Run again. Open any browser. And here I type the IP address 127.0.0.1, which is the local host IP address. Also, you can use localhost and then enter the port number. If you don't specify any port, the browser is trying to connect using the default port number, which is 80. And again, I get the message, but if you are using a browser, you cannot send any message to the server. And that's all. See you later.